Goldberg praises WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Kurt Angle finally reveals the reason why Brock Lesnar stopped wrestling, and Bianca Belair opens on her WWE Royal Rumble debut. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. Goldberg praises WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Goldberg has heaped praise on WWE Champion Drew McIntyre and called him the face of a new generation. This Sunday at the Royal Rumble, the WCW icon returns to the ring to challenge McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Goldberg is currently contracted to wrestle 2 matches per year with WWE for the next couple of years. With his first match being this Sunday, it seems like they are making use out of his contract good and early this year. Goldberg recently sat down with Ryan Satin for WWE on Fox, talking about various topics. When McIntyre came up, Goldberg said the following, quote, "He's the face of a new generation. He is. I really can appreciate a lot of things that he's done. His dedication to the business over a long period of time that he's been involved. He's definitely paid his dues. My question is, has he paid enough? Is it time? Is it time to give him the reins? Is it time to give him the next generation the reins? Are they ready? He may think that he's done everything correctly, but on Sunday, we will find out." End quote. Kurt Angle finally reveals the reason why Brock Lesnar stopped wrestling. Many stories about Brock Lesnar have been shared over the years that have given the fans an idea of how the Beast Incarnate actually is in real life. One of the most well-known facts about Brock Lesnar is that he is not a big fan of traveling. Kurt Angle spoke about the topic during his first episode of the AdFreeShows.com podcast with Conrad Thompson titled The Kurt Angle Show. Kurt Angle admitted that Brock Lesnar hated traveling so much that he purchased his own private plane, saying, quote, "Well, he hated traveling so much that he brought a private plane so he wouldn't have to go to the airport. So he hired a pilot, and his pilot lived in his basement. He set himself up pretty good, and he just didn't like to travel." End quote. Kurt Angle added that Brock Lesnar left wrestling in the mid-2000s as he despised being on the road. The Beast Incarnate would shift his attention towards the NFL, where he received more opportunities to be at home. Kurt Angle concluded by stating that Brock Lesnar is a man who dislikes traveling all the time and would instead prefer to stay in the comforts of his residence, saying, quote, "He didn't want to be on the road all the time. I mean, that's the reason why he stopped wrestling. That's why he tried out for pro football, the NFL, because he wanted to be in a city where he could train and compete and not leave except for 8 weeks a year, where he'd have to travel to another town to have a football game every Sunday. So it was less travel and more home. That's what Brock likes. He likes to be at home." End quote. Current champion wants to team up with Snoop Dogg at WrestleMania. Current WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks has revealed that she wants to team up with her cousin Snoop Dogg at a match at WrestleMania. The award-winning hip-hop artist Snoop Dogg has made a few appearances in WWE. During WrestleMania 32, he walked Sasha Banks to the ring while performing a remix version of her theme song. The rapper recently appeared on the rival promotion All Elite Wrestling, where he delivered a splash from the top rope on AEW Serpentico. During a recent interview with Complex Sports, Sasha Banks hilariously criticized Snoop Dogg's delivery of the splash and revealed that there's still time to train for a tag team match at WrestleMania with the Boss as his partner. Sasha says, quote, "We still got time. I still want to do more matches. I want to do matches with him. I want him as my tag team partner for our WrestleMania. So we got time. We got time to train him. That splash is going to be 5 stars, okay? Gonna be 5 stars." End quote. The Boss added that after the training is complete, Snoop Dogg will perform a better inside the ring. It's highly unlikely that the 2 stars will team up for a match at this year's WrestleMania pay-per-view, since Sasha Banks will probably be competing and have to defend her SmackDown Women's Championship at the event. Goldberg reacts to The Undertaker calling WWE's products soft. WWE Hall of Fame Goldberg has a lot to say in response to The Undertaker's recent comments about today's WWE products being soft. The WCW icon agreed with the dead man's statements to some extent, but also believed that it has become harder to build larger-than-life superstars in the current climate of wrestling entertainment. Both Goldberg and The Undertaker previously faced each other in a critically panned match at WWE Super Showdown 2019. The WCW icon is all set to take on Drew McIntyre for the WWE title at the 2021 Royal Rumble. Goldberg recently had a chat with Corey Graves on After the Bell and reacted to The Undertaker's comments regarding the state of the current WWE product. saying, quote, "Yes, I believe it's comparatively to my era, the business is soft, but the business in 2021, so things have to change and things have to be different. We had mega superstars that were bigger than life, but it's hard in this generation seemingly to build those people. There are a couple of people who have made it beyond relying upon the public to do that, and they forced their way up and they've earned their spot. Drew McIntyre is one of them." End quote. The Undertaker also criticized the current crop of WWE superstars and received major flack on social media, with fans accusing him of being out of touch. Goldberg has a point when it comes to WWE not having many larger-than-life superstars in the present time, but one also can't discount the fact that as long as WWE will keep bringing in-ring veterans like him, it's going to be hard for the promotion to turn regular wrestlers into megastars who can sell an event like WrestleMania on their own. Bianca Belair on her WWE Royal Rumble debut. Bianca Belair is set to take her part in her second ever Royal Rumble match this Sunday. The popular SmackDown superstar has emerged as a favorite to win this year, following her standout performance last year that established the star as a force to be reckoned with. Speaking to the New York Post, Bianca Belair discussed the upcoming Royal Rumble and also reflected on her involvement in the 2020 pay-per-view, saying, quote, "With the Royal Rumble, it's so unpredictable. You have no idea what to expect. Being that it was my very first Royal Rumble and I found out the night before, I was just going in there trying to prove myself to get people to know who I was once the match was over." End quote. In the 2020 Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair set a new Royal Rumble record. The EST of WWE managed to eliminate 8 women, the most ever in a women's Royal Rumble match. This surpassed the previous record of 5, which was set in 2018 by Michelle McCool. For more news stories, follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.